see it in my eyes?
Pardon?
If you drink a lot of water, it'll go away.
It's already pressed.
That one gets me. And then my Jewish friends say, well, if water works, imagine what chicken soup will do. Well, guys, I got news for you. All the chicken soup in the world isn't going to help me. But it does come down to two that bother me the most. There's a lady on my street that cooks for the whole street except me. And one day I called her up and I said, what's going on? Did I do something to offend you? She said, no, just don't take this the wrong way. I don't know what to feed you people. Us people. Yeah, you know, diabetics. I go, let me let you in on a little secret. I don't know what you people eat, but as people, we still eat food. Another one I hear is, we can't have sex. Really happened before I got married. Girl came up to me and said, yeah, you're real cute. I'd like to take you home and have sex with you all night long, but my friend told me you're diabetic, and everyone knows diabetic can't have sex. I looked at her and I went, honey, sweetie, let me tell you, there's nothing further from the truth. Not only can we have sex, I guarantee you it'll be the sweetest sex you ever had. It's so sweet, in fact, that after oral, I suggest you brush twice. Now, ladies, if you think about it, whenever you're asked, you usually like three things the same. Sweets, sex, and shopping. 2 for 1, baby. I also work in customer service, which is good that I do stand-up comedy. Gives you a lot of material. And everywhere I go, when they find out I do sorry. Do you have your headphone? No, sorry. Everywhere I go and they find out I do customer service, I hate customer service. You guys are all assholes. You never this, you never that. Newsflash, you got one tonight. I'm going to give you guys some free advice. First of all, know who you're calling. I work for a large retail firm. In the 5 years that I've been there, I've never, ever answered the phone Miracle Network, and I've certainly never answered, hi, this is Dr. Phil. Seriously, I don't want to hear your life story, what you did in 1968. I don't want to hear how your daughter, or son for that matter, misused the vacuum hose and it's now broken in half. I mean, and then there's the one that always gets us. Now that we're friends, you could do something for... No, we're not your friends. We don't care about you. Best comparison I could think of is that one-night stand. We want to get in, satisfy you if we can. Doesn't really matter if we do or not. Say we're going to call you the next day, and don't. Okay. Another thing is, be smart and don't look for a fight. This one really happened. I work for a bilingual company, so for those who understand French, I'm not going to apologize for the French. For those who do, I pre-apologize for the French. The phone rings, I answer the phone. Service à la clientèle, Richard à l'appareil, comment je peux vous aider? Mieux de parler français comme il faut, monsieur. Being professional. OK, madame, je suis anglophone, mais je vais faire mon mieux. OK, d'abord. Lady continues. J'ai commandé une chaîne de stéréo, j'ai reçu la chaîne de stéréo, puis j'ai pas eu mon remote control. I hit the mute switch after I started laughing. I'm a smart ass too. Being professional, I get back on and I go, donc, si j'ai compris vous très bien, madame, vous avez reçu votre chaîne de stéréo, puis t'as pas reçu votre télécommande. Oui, monsieur, j'ai pas reçu mon remote control. Didn't put her on mute this time. This time I stayed on the line and I said, OK, madame, je vais orderer votre remote control tout de suite. See, if you call and be prepared, it's all good. But all this taught me the English language, or language in general, is in danger. People misuse it all the time. You ever notice when you're about to get insulted, it's always set up with no offense but? And whenever you're in a doctor's office or somewhere and you're going to get bad news, it's not to make you worry, but... And then there's some that are used so often that they become accepted. Like, a lot of us have mentioned that we're married and in couples. When you're in a couple, there's one word that a woman is only allowed to use, and a man is never allowed to use it, and that word is whatever. And there's 3 levels of whatever. There is one that's whatever, dear. I get that once a year just like every other married man out there, and that means you get to do whatever you want to do. Then there's the one you get most of the time, which is whatever. Which means you better figure out quickly what she wants, or you're going to get number 3, which is basically whatever. Now, ladies, don't fool yourself. We all know that means fuck you. Then there is fuck me. That's another expression that's used a lot. There's fuck me, which is basically surprise. And then there's one every guy wants to hear when he's on that hot date. She leans over and she whispers in your ear, I want you to take me home and I want you to fuck me. Now, quicker than Superman, you're at her place and you're naked. Unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, something else happens faster than the speeding bullet. And then you hear the one you don't want to hear when your pants are down. It's like, oh, fuck me. Then there's the one I hate the most. For real. We all heard it. All that work with youth. I'm sure you hear it all the time, Marco. When we were younger and Mommy and Daddy would tell us a story, it would be, yeah, right, or something like that. Something, at least using the proper language, but like for real even sounds stupid. I mean it, like I would tell my nephew, like when I told my nephew I met Jamie Foxx, I could tell he didn't believe me, and it was not bullshit, which I would have accepted. For real? Yeah, but I got a solution for that. Education. Next time one of these Shakespeares messes up the English language, look him right down and say, yeah, Einstein, it really happened that way, but I tell you what, you mess up the English language again, I'm going to kick your ass for real. Now, it really works, because he called me up one night and he said, Uncle Rich, Grandma tells me you don't like it when I say for real. I say, yeah, John, I don't like it at all. He goes, I got good news for you. We've improved our vocabulary. I go, really, John, have you? He goes, yeah, for true. It's good to be bilingual in Quebec, but at least translate the words. But the best part of my life is my wife. She's a beautiful Chinese woman. And I know it's going very well, not because she says so. Okay, not only because she says so, but because my in-laws often forget the fact I'm not Chinese. That's the jacket. Because at the beginning, they used to buy me clothes. Like they used to buy me Asian size. And you'll have to take my word for it. I don't look good in a belly t-shirt. But it came down to the language. They would always slip in the appropriate English word just to needle me just a little bit. None more so than when we got engaged. It's supposed to be a happy moment when you get approval. Here I am sitting in the living room all nervous, waiting for that, hopefully those old Chinese movie voices and everything. But what did I get? That Charlie Brown teacher whipping down the hallway. Wah, 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 wah. Looks at the engagement ring, leers at me, continues. Wah, 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 wah. Looks at me, looks nowhere else, goes garbage. But then I think I learned how to say round eye, or at least fucking Chinese, because the rest of the conversation went wah, 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 stupid, wah, wah, boy. Doesn't only happen with the family though. Happens often actually I was in Vancouver, like she said, and I was there for Chinese New Year, and I did this next joke in front of 250 Chinese people and I survived. Basically, they all look around, and they're pretty racial people, which kind of surprised me. And they're going on and on and on about the other races. Then they stop and they realize I'm there. They go, oh, Rich, I'm so sorry, but you don't count, bro. You're exactly like us. After hearing it 200 times in one night, I got fed up. I said, listen, bro, I am nothing like you. Like, look at me. I'm whiter than the rice you're eating. And just to let all of you know, I eat a different type of pussy than you.